people had a lot of questions about what's going to happen with all of Trump's court cases now that he is the president-elect. And we are getting some clarity about that. And of course, it's all good news. But there are some people who are super, super upset, as you might expect. And one of those people is Letitia James, who is trying to be all tough guy, even though she should be disbarred for all of the turmoil that she caused him and the rest of us by extension with all of her ridiculous nonsense freaking cases. So here's what she said yesterday.
So here we are. We've studied their platforms. We've identified certain possibilities, fact patterns. We've created contingency plans. So no matter what the next administration throws at us, we're ready.
What is she talking about?
We're ready to respond to their attacks.
What attacks?
We're ready to respond to any attempts to cut or eliminate any funding to the great state of New York, as the governor outlined. So despite what has happened on the national stage,
she's scared.
We will continue to stand tall in the face of injustice, revenge, or retribution. We will continue to protect and our most vulnerable and marginalized amongst us, because it is my sworn duty and responsibility to lead that fight, working with the governor of this great state, Kathy Hochul. This is not the time to be fearful, New York.
Oh my God.
But
Nobody's
faithful
scared.
and steadfast, knowing that I, as the Attorney General, along with my entire team, we are guardians of the law. And we are prepared, my friends.
Oh my God, that is rich.
To fight back. Thank you.
Fight back against what? You're on
She's
the
a
offense.
lunatic.
She is completely crazy. She's like that psycho girlfriend you can't get rid of. She's like, joink, joink, joink. She's so crazy.
Oh my God.
Guardian of the law. Who's laughing? And then she's like, are you with me, New York? Come on.
And everybody's like, no.
Everybody, we're not with you. You're batshit, lady. Nobody's with you. Oh my God. Ready to respond to their attacks? You're the one who's attacking.
Yeah. What an awful lack of self-awareness that was.
Just crazy. And her eyes are all crazy.
Yeah.
She's a loony. Oh my God, these people are out of control. And part of it is because she's so scared. Because it's like there's a part, maybe just a small shred of her that knows that what she did was wrong. And she never expected that Trump was going to be president. You know?
Yeah.
She's like,
and she thinks that he's going to be seeking retribution personally or against her state or whatever. She's projecting, as they always do.
because she thinks that Trump is a scumbag like her. But he's not going to do that. You know what he's going to do? He's going to succeed. That's what he's going to do. He's going to ignore you like the trash that you are. And then he's going to succeed. Honestly.
Yeah.
These people.
I love that.
God, they're so self-important, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, right? Just they don't see that they are guilty of everything that they accuse him of. Everything.
Totally.
Before we do anything else, can we talk about this amazing product, which is exactly that. It's Rough Greens, and it is a green nutritional supplement, a health powder that brings your dog food to life. Because, you know, the dry kibble, that's just dead dog food. This green powder that you just sprinkle on top or below, wherever you want to sprinkle it, is a perfect nutritional supplement for your dogs. And now it is made for cats as well, in the form of Meow Greens. So we have Rough Greens and Meow Greens, all thanks to the brainchild that is naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, who has put together this packet, which has all kinds of amazing vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, probiotics, and digestive enzymes that help your pets stay healthy and live their longest, bestest lives. And so it's very exciting that they have the Meow Greens. I know a lot of our audience have been waiting for a nutritional supplement for their kitty cats, just like we've been having for our doggos. And so now you can have either, and you can try it for free. A bag this size, a trial size bag, is free when you go to roughchicks.com, RUFF chicks.com. You can try it for free. Your dogs and cats will thank you for it. I mean, not like in English, but they will thank you in
Yes, they
ways.
will. In love.
In
Oh, thank
love.
you, in love.
That's right. So it is roughchicks.com. And then you can select whether you want the rough greens or the meow greens when you get to roughchicks.com. All right, so back to these court cases. There was an MSNBC report, was very interesting. The Department of Justice is all of a sudden saying, maybe we don't need to do these cases. Like maybe we can just kind of wind those down, is how they're putting it.
Just the greatest.
Here's the MSNBC report.
It's not a surprise that these cases can't go forward when Donald Trump takes office. What's interesting here is that the DOJ is moving to end them even before he takes office, citing the long-standing DOJ policy that sitting presidents can't be prosecuted. And there was some thought that maybe Special Counsel Jack Smith was going to sprint through the finish line, was going to work up until the last day, force Trump to fire him, wait till a new attorney general was appointed. But that does not appear to be the thinking inside the department. The thinking is that these cases can't go forward. There's no reasonable prospect of getting to trial within the 3 months before Donald Trump takes office. These cases are mired in legal issues that would be appealed all the way to the Supreme Court had Donald Trump lost the election. So now that he's won the election, DOJ officials are thinking that, look, there's just no room to move in these cases. And so the sensible thing to do is to figure out a way to wind them down. And it may stem from Donald Trump's lawyers filing some kind of motion or making a request saying, in light of the DOJ policy, you need to drop these cases. Now, there.
I mean, it shows you that all of these cases meant nothing. It was just all political, going against their political opponent and trying to destroy him personally. That's all they wanted to do. It's political lawfare. That's all it was. They're all bogus. It just shows you that. That's all that this proves.
That's exactly right. That's why Buck Sexton said ending the Jack Smith prosecutions the day after the election is an absolute admission that they were nothing but political show trials. And now the show's over. Cry more, libs.
It's so true. I mean, these people are an absolute disgrace to America.
They are disgusting.
They're just so gross.
Jake Tapper also had to report on this. And here was their CNN report.
A big question yet to be answered with Donald Trump's election. What happens to his criminal and civil cases? Let's bring in CNN Chief Legal Affairs Correspondent Paula Reed. Paula, in just 20 days, the president-elect is due to be sentenced for those 34 felonies he was convicted of in the New York hush money cover-up case. You have some new reporting on that.
That's right. I'm told that his legal team is going to try to make sure that sentencing never happens. As we know, their usual strategy is always to just try to get things delayed. But here they're going to argue to the judge that the sentencing should never happen because now that Trump is president-elect, they will say that he is entitled to the same constitutional protections as a sitting president and should be protected from state actors, and in this case, state prosecutors. Now, the judge overseeing that case, Judge Juan Merchan, he's given himself a deadline of November 12th to decide if the conviction against Trump should be tossed. Based on the Supreme Court's recent ruling on immunity, if he tosses the conviction, there'll be no sentencing. But if that sentencing continues to go forward, this is the argument that the Trump team is going to make.
It's just outrageous, all of this.
If that judge has any sense, he will just drop this, and then all the absolute a-holes out there who keep calling Trump a convicted felon will not be able to do that anymore.
I mean, they'll still do it. The left,
it'll essentially be defamation at that point.
Yeah, which would be fantastic. But they'll still do it, just like they call him a rapist,
right? But that's the thing. They will. I mean, he's got to be feeling like, I got to let this go. If I were him, I would be like, okay, this has been played out.
Right.
We're no longer in charge. I'm going to drop it. If he has any sense, he will do that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
God, these people are lunatics.
And you know that there's so many people that are upset that are hoping that, just like in 2016, that there will be immediate fights to prevent Trump from getting anything done, from doing anything on his agenda. And Scott Jennings, pleaded with his fellow panelists on CNN to just let him be.
I agree. I think he does have a mandate, and that's how he should read it, and that's how the Republicans should read it. Something that's been on my mind for several months. There was an article in the New York Times in June that said resistance to new Trump administration already forming. And it was this long article about all these groups that were already out there. At that time, they thought he was going to beat Biden, but already planning to try to tie up the administration in court. You've had Jamie Raskin out there already saying, we got to try to tie him up, maybe even before he's sworn in. Today, Sheldon Whitehouse and the Senate put out a press release saying we're going to focus not on progress, but on containing Donald Trump.
God.
My political advice to all these people is, please pick up the election results today and see what happened. The American people want this president and his administration and his party to make progress on the things they promised to do. This is exactly what happened last time. They were plotting to impeach him before he ever took office back in 2016. Let us not have a replay of this. Can we just have a couple of years of peace for the Republicans and President Trump to do what they promised to do, because the American people clearly are asking for it?
Yeah, look at Anna Navarro's smug face.
She doesn't like that at all.
No, she hates it. And they won't do it.